a look at this, this, and this. These are Nigerians asking which businesses to start with 500k in Nigeria. So, if you have been asking a similar question and you want a quick answer, this video is for you. In today's video, I'll be showing you 8 very profitable businesses to start with 500k in Nigeria. So sit tight, grab your popcorn, and follow along as I reveal these businesses to you now. Let me be real with you. In today's Nigeria, 500k can either disappear in 2 weeks of enjoyment, or it can quietly grow into something that changes your entire financial life. Most people don't know this. They think 500k is too small to start a real business here in Nigeria, but they are wrong, because while inflation is biting everybody, while things are getting more expensive every single week, there are everyday Nigerians, normal people like you, that are quietly making 20 to 30% profit weekly from the same businesses most of us overlook. Now, this is the most interesting part of it. If you have 500k right now in your bank account, you cannot afford to skip business number one. I'm very serious, because that one is what I call the real Nigerian oil mine. And funny enough, it is hiding in plain sight. Not everybody knows about that yet. We are starting from the top. We are going from number 8, because trust me, by the time we reach number 1, your mindset about business in Nigeria will shift completely. Now, let's get into it. So the number 8 is water and cold drink business. Let's be honest with ourselves. If you've ever been stuck in Lagos traffic under hot sun, or even just walking under that afternoon heat, what is the first thing your body is begging for? Water, cold drink, just anything cold. In Nigeria's heat and daily hustle, hydration is not enjoyment, it is survival. That is why this business never really goes out of demand. Never. And let me tell you something most people don't calculate properly. The price of pure water and drinks keeps increasing, but demand doesn't drop. Now let's talk about how to spend your 500k properly. Industrial shares freezer goes for around 300k. Initial stock of water and drinks 80k. Then maybe umbrella or outdoor setup and your cooler for storage 100k. That is your full setup and you are in business. But you must make sure there's at least 3 hours electricity supply in your area. Even though there is no electricity, you can buy ice block to keep your drains cold. Just make sure your things are always cold. This is the sweet part of this business. It is not something you have to wait for 1 month before selling it off. This one moves daily. I mean, you will always make sales every day. If you position yourself in the right place, bus stop, market, junction, even near a school, you can finish talking 48 hours and your profit can be about 15 to 20% per pack. Now think about it. Small profit per unit, but fast movement. That is the game here. As the business grows, you can then get a generator, rent a shop, and probably add provisions to it. I also have a video on how to start a provision business here in Nigeria. You can check it out here. 7 is Okrika business. I mean the first grade thrift. Now, this one is what Nigerians already understand very well, but they don't respect it enough. Okrika, especially the first grade, is not just clothes. It is a serious business, and let me explain why. People want to look good, but not everybody can afford boutique prices. And sometimes most of the boutique clothes are repackaged Okirika clothes. So what do? They go for quality thrift. And here's the funny part. Sometimes these Okirika clothes are even better than brand new ones in the market. That is why the demand never drops. Now, this is how you can invest your 500k here. You can use it to source first grade bales or even handpick if you know the right suppliers. You may decide to rent a shop of 100k to 150k from the money, but you don't necessarily need that for now. The goal is to make money now and expand later as the business grows. Sell on WhatsApp, Instagram, or even physical spots. The profit margin in this business is crazy. Sometimes 2 times or 3 times, depending on what you pick. But wait, here is the part nobody tells you. Selection is everything in this business. If you don't have eye, you can lose money fast. If you pick the wrong styles, wrong sizes, outdated fashion, your capital will just sit down. So this business rewards knowledge, not just money. And again, it requires your presence. You need to sort, market, respond to customers. So yes, it is very, very profitable. But wait till you see what is coming later. Something that doesn't even require you chasing customers like this. And if you have been paying attention, you notice that something is changing. We are moving from active hustle slowly into smart positioning. Now, let's go deeper. Business 6 is foodstuff business. Food no get argument at all because everybody must eat. Whether economy is good or bad, whether fuel is high or low, food will always sell. But here's where people get it wrong. They buy small small and sell small small. That is not where the real money is. The real money is in bulk buying. You go to places where foodstuff is cheaper, villages, farms, major markets, buy in large quantities, then store. Things like rice, beans, curry, yam are what people consume daily. Now, here's the twist. Prices of foodstuff in Nigeria don't stay the same. They go up, sometimes very high. So if you buy at the right time and hold your stock, you can sell it at much higher price. That is why it is advisable to buy in bulk because that is where the profit is. But patience is required and storage matters a lot in this business. If you don't store properly, spoilage can eat your profit. And yes, it is a very, very profitable business. You can start with 500k in Nigeria. But we are still not at the level of what I really want to show you guys because number one combines everything. It is very demanding, has storage advantage, price increase, and low stress. Let's pause here for a quick reality check. Quick question. Out of everything I've mentioned so far, which one do you think can bring daily cash the fastest? I know some of you will say water business, some will say Oglika, some will even say foodstuff. Well, you are not wrong, but you are not fully right either because the real king, we have not reached it yet. But let's keep going. The number 5 business you can start with 500k in Nigeria is footwear business. Shoes, slippers, sandals. This one is simple but very powerful because nobody walks barefoot. And Nigerians, we like to look good. Even if money not today, we still find way to package ourselves. So that is why footwear always sells. Now, with your 500k, you can source quality footwear, either locally made or imported, sell online or offline. The profit is decent, especially if you understand your market. But again, this business depends heavily on trends. What is selling today might not sell next month, so you must stay updated, and that means you need to pay more attention and put more effort into this business. Number 4 is hair selling business. I'm not going to lie to you guys, this one is big money, serious money. If you've ever checked the price of wigs in Nigeria, especially human hair, you will understand immediately that this is not a small business. One wig can sell for 50k, 100k, and above, depending on the quality. Now, imagine your profit on just a few sales. That is why this business is so attractive. The demand is high and it is not slowing down anytime soon because looking good in Nigeria is not optional. It is part of the lifestyle. From students to working class to celebrities, everybody is buying hair. Now, this is what your 500k can do here. You can start small, maybe with a few quality wigs, build your brand on Instagram or WhatsApp, use good pictures, good lighting, and boom, customers will start coming. But you need a reliable logistics in this business. Again, sourcing original hair, avoiding fake suppliers, handling delivery issues, managing customers' expectations, it can be stressful. And if you make mistake in sourcing, you can lose big money fast. So yes, it has a high profit margin, but also has high risk if you don't know what you are doing. Now compare that to what is coming later. I mean the business number 1, where your product doesn't complain, doesn't return itself, doesn't stress you. That's where we are going. The third business on the list is cooking gas business. Now, this one is powerful because energy in Nigeria right now is everything. People are moving away from kerosene, even charcoal in some areas. And gas is becoming the standard. Every household, every restaurant, every food vendors needs cooking gas. That is constant demand. Now, with 500k, you can start small, maybe mini gas retail, cylinders, refilling setup, and begin to supply your area. The beauty of this business is that customers come back again and again because gas finishes, and when it finishes, they must refill. That is repeat income. But this business still requires operation. You are handling cylinders, safety concerns, refilling logistics. It is not something you just set and forget. You must be fully involved. If you want a full guide on how to start the gas refilling business in Nigeria, you can watch this video. Now, remember what I said earlier. We are moving towards something that behaves almost like you buy, you relax, and time does the work for you. We are getting very closer. Now, let's do a small test. If I give you option right now, make money daily but stress yourself, or make money gradually but with less stress, which one are you picking? Be honest. Because your answer here will determine whether you truly understand what is coming next. Business number 2 is cosmetic business. Everybody is into this one already. Skincare, perfumes, makeup. Nigeria's beauty industry is booming. No slowing down at all because people want to glow, smell nice, look fresh. So yes, demand is very high. You can start with 500k, stock products, creams, oils, perfumes, sell online, sell offline, and make good profit. But let me be sincere with you. The competition here is not smiling. Everybody is selling cosmetics now. So what happens? Price wars, marketing stress, trying to stand out. You will need branding, consistency, customer trust. It is not just buy and sell. Now, here's where things get interesting. Unlike some of the earlier businesses, this one still has a problem. I mean, some products expire, some lose value. So if you don't sell fast enough, you can lose your money. Now, compare that to what we're about to reveal. Something Nigerians don't joke with. Something that enters almost every meal. Something that actually increases in value the longer you hold. Now, think about that. While others are rushing to sell quickly, this one rewards patience. This one rewards time. And that is palm oil business. Let me ask you something simple. When last did you eat food without palm oil? Think about it. Rice, egusi, pomo, banga, even simple stew. Palm oil is inside. It is not optional. It is a necessity. And that is why this business is very different compared to others. This is not trend based. This is not seasonal demand. It is everyday demand. But here is the real secret. Palm oil is seasonal in price, meaning that there are times it is cheap and times it becomes very, very expensive. Now, smart people don't buy when it is expensive, they buy when it is plenty. When farmers are selling cheap, when supply is high, that is when you enter. Now, let's break your 500k properly. You buy like 15 to 20 yellow cakes, 25 liters each, around 350k. Storage space, maybe small warehouse or secured place, 100k, transportation 60k, then you are set. Now here's the part that will shock you. You don't need to rush and sell. You wait for months. Yes, you need to wait for some months because as time goes, supply reduces, prices increase, and your profit grows without extra effort. Now imagine you buying at 18k to 22k per keg and later selling at 35k to 45k. That is almost double from just waiting. That is crazy, guys. No chasing of customers, no stress of trends, just positioning and patience. You can check this video out if you want to learn how to successfully start the palm oil business here in Nigeria, even with no money. Now, out of all these businesses, the one that looks less flashy is actually the one that can quietly make you the most money with the less stress if done right, but only disciplined. You see, all these businesses we talked about, they actually work, but not every one of them will work the same way in your area. Nigeria is too big for that. What sells fast in Imeka's village might move differently in Kano and a different game entirely in Lagos. So do this. Study your city or location very well to be sure of what works in that area. Also, let me know where you are watching me from and tell me which of these 8 businesses you think has the highest demand in your location right now. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found the video helpful. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.